Alright guys and girls, welcome to my channel. It's little Johnny here, doing the S, and it's doing just as great as ever. I replaced the glass with more glass, but you know, it's a mirror glass. So, oh, and I got a new camera. I did get a camera. It's like a GoPro. It's what I'm using. It's not a GoPro, but it's like a GoPro. I'll have to look that up, look at the box. I just got it today, but man, it's awesome. It's a whole lot better than using my cell phone. I've been using an iPhone 8 Plus, and it's not all that great, but I'm still waiting on my filament. Matter of fact, I got an email just a little while ago. I haven't read it yet, and I'm gonna go see what that says, and I'm hoping my filament's gonna be here within the next day. Because if you will notice, I do not have much left of this little spool. But you also got to think about this too. I am kind of printing around the clock. This printer doesn't stop, and that's pretty much the life it's gonna live. It's never gonna stop unless it breaks, and then I'm gonna fix it, but I'm gonna have extra parts on hand should anyway. And I've already started my little collection on the wall. Got them all taped, well, stuck up there with little stickers. And I watched a video earlier. Somebody was talking about the yellow or blue, whichever color you got, the little rubber stuff that's on the frame of the cr10s, and they said, do you have to put it on there and everything? And I mean, no, not really. You don't have to. I mean, I would want to. That's just me though. And I didn't think I was gonna like the orange. I really wanted the blue one, but you know what? I found on Amazon you can order the orange or the blue, and I kind of wonder if you can get other colors. I wouldn't see why you couldn't. But anyway, it kind of would be really good to have lime green. It really would be. Lime green and black, it's like my favorite colors. Anyway, the blue looks good too, and I didn't think I was going to like the orange, but man, I like it. It looks really good to me, and it's been really good. I like it. We're printing right now this low poly Charizard Pokemon. I've been printing all kinds of different stuff, and most all my prints have been really good. I've had a couple of failures, and that's pretty much really well due to me, and maybe some G-code stuff, you know, something like that. Getting used to everything, but man, I couldn't ask for a better printer. I really couldn't. Like I said, I bought this with my own money, so I could make my own car parts and make things for other people, and I really couldn't ask for a better printer. I really couldn't, because man, I've just seen some other terrible reviews that other people have had over the months I've been looking at all this stuff, and you know, I'm not gonna drop any names on printers, but I liked a few of them, and it just, at the end of the day, man, they had so much going on with them that it wasn't as great. You know, once you started looking at, oh man, these people are having problems, these people are having problems, I don't want that out of the box type problem. And you know, I've heard and seen some videos about cr10 not being good, cr10s, cr10 mini, and man, as far as my experience, and I did not buy this printer from GearBest. I bought it from Printers Bay, actually, and it got here in 4 days. From the day I ordered it, it was here in 4 days. And the reason I did not order it from GearBest was because I had seen people saying, oh, it takes a month and a half or a month to get here, and well, I just couldn't wait that long. And I didn't want to have to go through all that. I'm not saying that they're a bad company or nothing. I'm just saying I didn't want to wait. You know, I didn't want to have the same experience as other people were having. I wanted to have a faster printer. You know, I wanted to get here faster. And I mean, I looked at Printers Bay and it just seemed like a good deal. I paid a little bit more for it, but I got here in 4 days. I didn't get rush shipping or nothing like that. I just, whatever it was, and it got here, and it was well packaged in the box in the black foam, just like all the other unboxings you've seen. And I mean, it was nice. Everything was there. All the tools were there, and all the little extra parts, and you get an extra nozzle and stuff like that, and you get an extra tube. I actually got that over here. See, I still got more of the orange stuff to put on the printer if I wanted to, but you get an extra Bowden tube. I don't know how good it is or anything like that. I may end up getting the Capricorn or something like that. I really don't know if there's any differences in any of those tubes or not, but we'll find out. And I'm gonna be upgrading the Hotend on here to an all metal one, because I'm gonna be printing with metals. I'm gonna be printing with copper, brass, stainless steel, forged steel, iron, and carbon fiber. So, and I'm going to try some of the glow in the dark filaments as well, and we're going to see how all that goes. And because I've got people wanting a lot of stuff, and if everything goes well and goes good and keeps going on track like it's been, I'm probably going to end up getting about 4 or 5 more printers, and because I'm going to need it just to be able to keep up with the demand of stuff. And man, I don't know much about the filament that comes with the cr10s. I imagine it's the same no matter which cr10 or which Creality product you get. The filament that I got, the white filament, it's okay. I mean, it's printed good for me. Right now, I couldn't really tell you whether it's better or worse than others, but I have 5 rolls of filament coming, including wood filament, that should be here in the next day. I'm expecting them anytime, and I can't wait to give a review for that to y'all. That way y'all can see. And I got some different colors and stuff like that. I also have a subscription. I pay for that every month, but I will tell you that if you are doing the 3D printing and this is what you're doing, whether it's a hobby or you're making just stuff for you or other people or whatever it is for you, I will tell you it is worth the $19 every month for that subscription, because you get 4 samples of filament, and I forgot how much it is per roll, but it's 58 feet long, I believe is what it is, and it's awesome. I mean, you can't, $19.88, you know, for 4 different types of filament every month. You really can't beat that. I mean, you get to try it all out, you get to see what's going on, you get to say, well, you know what, I wanted a $30–50 roll of that, but now since I've tried it, it don't print on my printer worth nothing, and I can't get it to print. I'm glad I didn't spend that $50 on it. And you can also save it for later, try different things with it. Maybe you get it, you know, to work later on in the future, but you also got 3 other types of filaments that you can have and try. You know, it's a pretty good deal, man. And I canceled my Netflix for it, to be honest with you. I don't really watch Netflix or anything like that anymore, so I canceled my Netflix and I put that subscription up, and I got it. And it's pretty awesome. I should be getting those filaments as well. So I'll have I'll have about 9 or 10 different filaments and colors, and man, it's gonna be awesome. And as you can see, the wiring and stuff, let me bend this light down a little bit so it doesn't cast into the camera as bad. You can see the wiring and stuff on here. It's good. It's not bad at all. It's fairly well. I've heard a lot of people say, oh, you know, the wires aren't long enough. And I mean, if you wanted to set this, you know, 10 feet away from the printer, then nah, I hate it, it ain't long enough. But I mean, for something like this, I mean, it works great. Yeah, I have plenty of wire from one side to the other, and I mean, it's good. It's good. I haven't had any problems. I haven't had any problems with anything. And it's got the filament run out detection on it. It's working good. The extruder, you know, I will tell you, on this printer, since I have a good camera now, if you look at the heat bed right there, it has that little black thing. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture up under the heat bed. It's got a strain relief. I haven't seen any cr10s's with that already on it. And I'd heard people, you know, oh, you gotta print this, you know, and everything so it don't pull it out and mess the bed up. But it already came with it on it. I don't know if you know, my printer is just, they updated it since the cr10s came out, or it was like that in the beginning. I'm not sure. I'll also point out another thing, and that is the insulation up under the bed. It is insulated, and it is insulated very well, because I watched a bunch of videos, of course, and people were talking about, oh, it takes forever for the bed to heat up, and you know, it's not as great as this and that, and the whole AC heat bed deal and all that. And you know, I played into that. I played into that. I wanted that AC heat bed. I was like, man, it's gonna be faster, it's gonna be better, it's this, it's that. I'll tell you, man, between loading your file on there, hitting prepare, and getting it ready to print, setting your temperature out, and then by the time you go walk and get a drink and come back, this thing is printing. And it's at 60 degrees on the bed, it's at 200 degrees at the nozzle, and it's printing. I mean, it took 2 minutes for my bed to heat up. It's doing great. And like everybody says, it has a big community around it. I don't have anybody to help me, and so I kind of wanted something where if I needed something, you know, it's got a big community. It's easier to look stuff up. Everybody wants it easier to look stuff up. You know, when something happens, you don't want to be stuck with some kind of printer that nobody has, and then, you know, oh, my printer doesn't work and I don't know how to fix it, can you help me? And nobody else has it, you know. That would be a terrible, terrible thing to go through. And I have went through things like that before. It's not fun. But if anybody is wanting the cr10s, thinking about it, my personal experience with the upgrades that the cr10s has over the regular cr10, it is definitely worth the money to spend on the cr10s. And the cr10s, in my opinion, was just the best choice for me. You know, this thing, like I said, I got it in 4 days after I ordered it. I live in Alabama, so I mean, it's not like, you know, I live in England or nothing like that. And it was here in 4 days. I put it together in about 30-45 minutes, and that was, you know, that was me just taking my time and going over everything, going, oh, let me check this wheel, oh, let me check that wheel, let me look at that bearing, let me look at this, let me make sure this is okay. You know, that was me being just careful. It's new, it cost me a lot of money. So, you know, it cost me $540, I believe is what it cost me at Printers Bay. So, I mean, you know, and I'm not saying that price or anything for a promotion or nothing like that, or promotional stuff. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just letting you know, I'm giving you my review and my opinion on the printer that I bought and paid for. And this is what my channel is all about. And I will tell you that I think anybody could get this printer and be printing within an hour or less. I mean, you literally have 4 screws to put the whole bridge together to the plate. It's 2 screws on each side, and ta-da, it's done. You know, it's as far as that part, you know, and then you gotta wire it all up and everything else, and check everything, and check the belts and all that stuff. Just because, you know, it come from overseas, and, you know, things get loose or whatever, but man, it was packed tight in that black foam, and it was a really soft foam, so it's not that cheap hard foam that you got to worry about, you know, busting all over the place. And the software on here, man, you know, it's pretty awesome. If I get my camera to focus, it would be nice. On here, you've got, on the tuning, because people told me, oh, you don't have the tuning that you used to have. Well, I don't know maybe what tunings that the other ones used to have, other than what I've seen on videos, but man, this has the speed, you have your nozzle, the bed, fan speed, the flow. I mean, you can adjust all of that on the fly right here. You really can't beat that. That's awesome. That really is. That is awesome. And it's been an awesome printer so far. I really kept my fingers crossed, you know, because of all the other people's reviews and stuff like that, and man, I couldn't ask for nothing better. What a phenomenal experience from the place that I got it from Creality, their product. I mean, it's been a really phenomenal experience. The regular glass bed that come with the cr10s, there's nothing wrong with it. I was printing on it and everything was fine. Matter of fact, here it is right here. I mean, I was printing on it, everything was fine, there was nothing wrong with it. I just personally decided to get the mirrors because, you know, everybody said, well, you can be 100% sure with the mirror, and so I was like, okay, why not? I mean, it cost me $9 for 6 mirrors, 6 12x12 mirrors at Home Depot, so why not? And it's been printing great. I mean, I can't argue. I mean, it has put out smooth prints. I'm printing right now at 100 mm's, or however you say that. You can see it, the FR rate, feed rate, I guess that's what it's called. And man, it has been zooming through the prints, and it's smooth. I haven't seen any layer lines, no kind of defects or anything like that. They have been phenomenal prints. I mean, you just don't understand, after watching all kinds of, you know, bad reviews of all 3D printers in general, you know, just watching bad reviews of them, and you go, oh man, you know, I hope none of this happens to me. And then it gets here and you get it out of the box and you have the best experience ever. It's awesome. It really is awesome. And Creality, from the way I understand it, watching the 3D Print Professor and Nervies, watching them too, man, they've helped me out a lot as far as learning about this stuff and getting started. And I want to tell you guys I really appreciate that for helping me. And man, it's awesome. It's awesome getting this thing out of the box. And you're right, Nervy, you're right. Getting this thing out of the box and then just keep it moving. I've had this thing just a zooming and zinging back and forth, and just a spitting out prints as fast as I could get them out, and then just loading right more. I've got 4 SD cards, so I mean, I just keep them running, and it's been awesome. I love it. And you know, a lot of people were saying in the videos I've watched, you know, oh, you need to slow the print down and stuff like that. It won't look right. It won't be good. And it hasn't been like that for me, but I understand, you know, if you have a lot of fine detail, you want to slow it down so it, you know, it can do a better job. But I just wanted to see, you know, what it could really do, and man, it's doing phenomenal. So let me gather up some of the prints that I have done so far, and we will start looking at them.